The commander's just told me that he saw 19 bodies at this house, including 8 babies.
I saw that baby.
Beheaded.
Beheaded.
This is something that monsters do, not humans.
Here in the Kibbutz Be'eri, it's a week on from the attack, and they're still finding bodies. In ordinary times, this is obviously an idyllic neighbourhood. You can see children's toys in the gardens, you can see barbecues, and everywhere now is just devastated. It's horrific. Even in the distance now, I can hear booms as rockets are fired across from Gaza. And only a few minutes ago, we saw signs that they are still, more than a week on, still finding bodies in this kibbutz. This is just an ordinary family home with ordinary play equipment. You can see signs of the chaos and the panic that there must have been here when the shooting started. Goodness knows what's happened to these cars and the people inside them. Looks like a tank or something's driven over this one. Crunching over the remains of somebody's roof. This is the remains of their home. It's a grim sight. It's been completely burnt out, smashed to bits. This is all that remains of the police cars, the armoured police cars that came racing to the rescue here at Be'eri Kibbutz. They were going at more than 160 kilometres per hour, according to a soldier I just spoke to who said that they'd overtaken him on the way here. The soldier said that by the time he arrived, all the police officers had used up all their ammunition and there was nothing they could do. There was an 8-hour battle here at this Kibbutz Be'eri, and the colonel that was part of it says the terrorists seem to know exactly where to go and what they would find. And he said that effectively it was an inside job. Farm workers from Gaza had been coming here for the past 2 years under a new scheme designed to improve the Gaza economy. They were given permits, they could come and work here for a day and then go back home into Gaza. And it was them that are, those people, those farm workers who are suspected of gathering the intelligence of where people lived, the layout of the streets, and how far away the police and the soldiers might be. All along this idyllic residential street are the signs of the people who tried desperately to flee from the guns and from the rockets. Happy families in their gardens, children's play equipment. And next to it, the hideous signs of what happened when they tried to escape. It looks like Israeli tanks might have come in at some point because a lot of these vehicles are crushed.
So we found women, men, grandparents, kids, infants, babies that were murdered here and slaughtered in their houses. Some of them burned alive in their cars. They were trying to flee out of the kibbutz and they were killed. So those are some of the horrific things that we found here. I'd say monsters, because only a monster can kill a baby or an infant, and only a monster can shoot kids in front of their parents and then kill the parents. This is something that monsters do, not humans.
Well, of all the massacres in this kibbutz settlement, this one is the worst I've heard. A military commander's just told me that he saw 19 bodies at this house, including 8 babies. And he told me that at a house just over there, he personally recovered the body of a beheaded baby.
I found here 2 couples, two men and women, and inside we found 8 babies burned in this corner, among another people burned in the house. Total 19 people. really knew where it was. I pointed the house.
And did you see that baby yourself?
I evacuated the mother and the baby.
So you saw the
I
dead
saw
baby
it. I saw that baby
beheaded.
beheaded.
That must have been absolutely awful.
Yes, it was. I have children. Do you have?
Of course.